episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On this episode, it's a acting talk episode, and I have a guest on this episode, and he's going to introduce himself.
Hey y'all, my name is Jabril. I am an actor. I'm excited to be here, ready to get started, ready to have a good conversation.
Yeah, man. So tell me, man. So how long you been doing this acting thing?
Um, I guess so. I started acting in I took a couple of acting classes in around middle school. My mom had put me in them. Honestly, I didn't even want to do them, but she put me in them, and I kind of just fell in love. And then I did it in high school, and I took kind of once I graduated high school, I took couple couple years off, missing something in my life. So I wonder what it was, and I had stopped acting, so I was like, all right, maybe that's it. So I went back, did a musical, and I just fell in love again. So I guess I've been acting for around 6 7 years, but I started taking it serious around 3 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Man, that's cool, man. Yeah, because I be on your Instagram page and I be seeing you in a lot of stuff.
yeah. I'm trying to stay busy. I always feel like each and every opportunity is literally an opportunity for me to get better. Just work on my craft and get better one show at a time, one film at a time, one opportunity at a time.
Yeah. So, being in the industry is hard though. It's tough. It can be tough, especially trying to memorize lines and all that.
Yeah.
And auditioning for part if you get the part or not because it's a lot of people who wanna it's a lot of people that audition for that part.
Yeah, for sure. Audition is probably one of the quote unquote scarier parts, but I think it gets a little bit easier each and every time. But it's probably the most scary part.
So do you just do plays, musical?
I do mostly. I try to do like plays and musical just because I like theater better. But
Mm-hmm.
I've also done a lot of. I've done a few short films and things like that, like film and like TV series or something. Web series, and those are fun too. But I think I find the most enjoyment out of theater. I really just like that, like live feedback type of thing. In front of an audience. You get some laughs, some claps, some tears, some gasps. I think that's where it's good for me, perfect for me.
Oh, so you did tell a TV show and that was challenging, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely different. I think the biggest difference was kind of like rehearsal time. Like there's
Mm,
not a lot of rehearsal time in like a film or TV, anything like that. Because when you get in the theater, you do a show or a musical, you probably have 1 to 3 months of rehearsal somewhere in
mm,
between there, and then you have shows. So you got a lot of rehearsal time. Film, TV, you really don't have that much rehearsal time. You might have like a table read, and then honestly, you work on it, but not like with everybody, and then at least in my experience, and then you just start shooting. So that was definitely like a big difference for me, and also the shooting out of order. Like
mm.
in theater, you'll start act one, scene one, and you'll go through, and then there'll be intermission, and then act two, scene two, and then you'll go to the end of the show. And then, it's all in one line type of thing. But in film and TV, you might shoot the end of the scene first, or the end of the movie first, and then you might jump back to the second scene, shoot that one, and then the fifth scene, shoot that one, then shoot, and then go back to the first one. So it was shooting out of order. It was a little challenging just to see where do I pull the character from. So that was my struggle with it, but it's gotten a little bit easier.
Yeah, because me, I wanted to get into acting myself. So I will be going to an acting school and
Okay,
I will be taking an acting class in the fall. So
okay, that's what's up. Where you going?
DA of Arlington.
DA of Arlington.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm happy to be doing that. Cause
Yeah,
this is something I can do on the side. I will be writing skits, so it can definitely help me with my acting skills.
yeah, for sure, for sure. That'll be exciting. I wish you best of luck. Break a leg.
Yeah, man, this is something I wanted to do, even though I had some people that told me that acting is not my thing, but leap of faith.
Yeah, leap of faith. You never know till you try,
Yeah,
and don't listen to them. They're a bunch of haters.
yeah, I true that though. So, who is your biggest influence in the acting community?
All right, biggest influence.
Yes.
I kind of just I'm like one of those absorbers. I'm like a sponge. I always just whoever I can, whoever I'm close to. I always take pointers, or I'm always asking a lot of questions, especially like if I do a musical or something. I always, whenever the leads have some spare time or something like that, I always just ask the questions. How'd you do this? How'd you get how'd you get this good? What was your process on this? What are you thinking about when you do, just things like that. So I kind of just absorb from anybody and anything, because I think there's a lot to learn from each and every actor, and then they're always different, and then the rules are always different. So I kind of want to just take it from anybody. But like some of my favorites might be theater. Leslie Odom Jr. He played
Yeah.
Burr. Yeah, Burr
Yeah.
in Hamilton. Yeah, so I've
Mm-hmm.
seen Hamilton so many times. So him, Elijah Kelly. I don't know if you've seen
Mm-hmm.
Hairspray. He was Seaweed in Hairspray.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it's one of my favorite musicals. So Hamilton and Hairspray are my top two musicals, and so Burr from Hamilton and then Seaweed from Hairspray. Those two are my dream roles. So then, anybody that's ever played them, I always kind of take it from there. But that's, theater. And then over on like the film and TV side, have you ever seen Snowfall?
Yes, it's been a while, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But the guy who plays Franklin, Damson Idris, he's really good, really inspiration. I like Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out. He's really good.
Mm.
Obviously, the greats then Denzel, Will Smith, DiCaprio, just greats like that. But in general, I try to take from anybody that I think is not even just like quote unquote better than me, but just is different. Then I think there's always a lot to learn from anybody.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely, man. So, other thing, I got other question here.
sure.
Hang, of course, with acting, of course, though. Um, well, so if this is something that you wanted, if this well, okay, you don't stay in L.A. in California. I mean, California or New York and all that. So are you planning on like traveling with your acting career?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like so I'm 23. I feel like I'm still pretty young, and I think that if I really do want to take this as serious as I say I want to take it, I think it's time to move, because I've done a lot, because I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm born and raised here, and I've done a lot of shows here and a lot of opportunities. And I've even crossed the border a couple times and done some shows in Illinois,
Mm,
um, and I've really liked it. But I think I just need to go at least just a little bit further, because the market in Wisconsin isn't the greatest,
mm,
especially if you want to build especially if I want to build a professional career. The market in Wisconsin, it's pretty small, and even just being a black man, it's even smaller than that. So I'm just being real, it's even smaller than that. So I think, yeah, I do want to move, and for the sake of my career, I do need to move. But I'm thinking either Chicago or New York, because those are more of the theater hubs kind of
mm,
thing, and LA's more of like Hollywood film and TV. Not to say they don't have theater there, but that's not the focus there. And I want to keep the main thing, and I want to do a lot of theater. My goal is Broadway, but not to say that if I get an audition for film or TV, I wouldn't do it. Or if, they give me a call or something, I wouldn't do it because I really would. I actually would. And it would be, great because, it's a networking opportunity, things like that. But yeah, I want to keep the main thing the main thing. And so for the sake of my career, now I think I do need to move.
Yeah, me getting to the acting biz and the entertainment biz, I'm definitely gonna be moving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be moving laws with the ATL in
Okay.
next
Yeah, that's
year
nice too.
in the fall.
Yeah, that's what's up too. ATL. That's the hub for Black creators in general. But then they've got a lot of theater there too.
Yeah, because I know that people think that yeah, Dallas and Fort Worth is big though. Texas is big,
Yeah.
but it's not big for entertainment.
Yeah. And I have a couple friends who live or who do, who I've also met through Instagram, and they do a couple shows in Texas and stuff, and they're saying the same thing. Texas is big, but in terms of like, acting, they're gonna have to leave as
Bro,
well.
I did DM you that day and say one day we gonna work together on some projects.
Yeah, yeah, and we will, and we will. I'm keeping the faith alive. We will definitely work together.
Yeah, man, because you did hot. So how long you been doing this acting thing?
Well, so I was been taking it serious for around 4 to 5 years, but I guess I started a couple acting classes in middle school, and then I did drama, and then I did a few shows in high school. So around, well, I guess how old are you in seventh grade? Probably like 12. And I'm 23
Mm,
now. So I guess like 11 years in total is when I started, but I took a little break off. So, but basically 11 years.
yeah.
Mhm.
So do you feel like in the acting industry, do you feel like black people are not getting black actors, they are not getting paid fairly?
Do I feel like black actors are not getting paid fairly?
Yes.
It's kind of hard to say in terms of like just because I'm not, in the middle of that.
Mm,
But here, I haven't really experienced anything like any bias or any racism in terms of like being treated unfairly or paid unfairly. Like there's never been anything crazy. So I don't know. It'd be kind of hard. I mean, I guess I would assume so because you see like Taraji P Henson. She broke down crying like
mm-hmm.
a couple years ago, talking about how she's one of these really great actors, which I also believe she's like an S tier actor, but her payments doesn't reflect that. The way she's paid doesn't reflect that. And she said, I was tuned into the Breakfast Club, and Taraji was on there, and this is probably like earlier this month, and she said that Tyler Perry was the first one to actually pay her what she's worth
Yeah.
and what she deserves. And that's just kind of how it is, though. It takes a black person to put another black person in position, um, in which like it sucks, but like that's just kind of how it is. You always see like any other race, they're always helping their own race, but we're the only ones who it's almost a little bit harder, or we're not looking out for each other as much as we should be. And not to say that it doesn't happen, but on the scale, it's lower than compared to
Mm.
everyone else. And so I would have to say yes. I think that a lot of black actors are undervalued, underappreciated, not seen, and but it has gotten better. Don't get me wrong. It
Yeah,
definitely,
it had definitely got
yeah,
better.
it has definitely gotten better.
And even though I don't agree with everything that's going on in the industry,
Hmm.
because I feel like things that used to be good 10 or 20 years ago, they no longer good because the writing of TV shows and movies, they not as good like they used to be.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
I agree.
doing these reboots and all that. I mean, can y'all come up with new material? I hardly don't even go to the movies no more.
Yeah, I don't really go like that either. I just went. I saw Sinners though. That one was pretty.
Really, everybody say that's good.
Yeah, I think it's a little. I think it's a little overrated. Everyone was saying 10 out of 10, perfect movie. I gave it an 8, which is still really good. But I just had my own critiques about it. But yeah,
Yeah, man. This is so good playing different characters. Now, if you had the opportunity, would you want to like act in a soap opera?
soap opera. Wow. I mean, I guess like I've never done it, so I don't even think I've ever been asked that question before. But I guess I would do it just to see if I liked it. Like
Yeah.
just see if I like it or how it is, because then I could do it and then it be done if I didn't like it, or it could be something I step into. But I don't know, it'd be definitely different, definitely a cultural difference, you know. But yeah, what about you? Would you do a soap opera?
I would love to do, but I do have boundaries as a Christian.
Yeah, no, I agree. As a Christian, I definitely have boundaries, things that won't cross, rules that I won't accept, or things that have to be tweaked a little bit.
Yeah. But
Mm.
other than that, I would not mind playing in a soap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think it'd be different.
Yeah, it'd be different, bro. Those soap opera star actors, they had to like wake up in the morning. They record like probably like 8 hours a day or
Yeah,
12 hours.
yeah. Shout out to them. It was definitely a hard thing to do.
And we're a sitcom TV show and all that drama. I think though, how many days do they work? 12 hours or something, or 8 hours?
It's long, long hours. This is all I do. I know they work long hours.
Because with y'all, how many with y'all doing the musical thing? How many days do y'all work it?
So I guess it's always different depending on the company and the show, but for the most part, for musicals, we always start out like 3 to 4 days. Depend on and then also depend on your role, but I'd say around 3 to 4 days out the week. Starting out 3 hours a day. So what's that? Around like 12 hours a week of rehearsal, which isn't crazy. And then as you get closer and closer to the show, you get more hours per day and more rehearsals per week. It kind of gets bumped up to like 5 rehearsals per week, 5 to 7. You might get seven, 6 or 7 rehearsals, and it might be 3 to 4 hours, 4 to 5. And then you always have like double run through rehearsals. Like yesterday, or no, Friday, we had a double run through rehearsal, but this one's just a play, double. And we were there at 9 a.m. We probably left around 3. So what's that, 6 hours? 6 hours. But and that was yesterday. But I've also been where it's like I forgot the musical. Well, it's a few of them. So I remember we were doing Newsies. We did Newsies, a musical, and we had a Q to Q rehearsal, and that one was 12 hours. But that was more like a tech thing. But we still had to, run the show, stand in place for the lights. We got a little break, but yeah, a rehearsal time though was 12 hours.
Oh, 12 hours. Wow. And y'all get to eat lunch and all, then y'all have to take a break for lunch and
Well,
then
yeah, they gave us a break, and they gave us a break and time to chill, time to eat. But I really like those ones because it's like a cast bonding type of thing. You're with your cast because you're already with them, three to anywhere from 3 to 7 days out the week for the next
mm-hmm.
month, 2 months until the show opens. But then that Q to Q is always during either Tech Week or Hell Week. But it's just a really good cast bonding type of thing, which I always like.
Because I know in couple when you working on TV shows and movies and plays and all that, it's gonna be some cast members that don't like each other behind the
Oh
scenes.
yeah, yeah, I've experienced that already. But
Oh really?
yeah, like cast members that like I don't think anybody's never not liked me, but like other cast members they've either had tension, they've had tension between each other and things like that. But you kind of just gotta throw that out for the time being, because we have a show to put on. We got a job to do. We got you know lives to impact, type of thing. So I always think that you know y'all can settle y'all beef afterwards. After the show's over, things like that. But
Yeah, especially if they playing and if they partner in the show,
yeah,
playing they might be a boyfriend, girlfriend, married on the show.
yeah, literally a bunch of drama. You know,
Um,
or one is the girlfriend, and then you know like one's a girlfriend and the other one's just a guy, but they're a love interest, and then the boyfriend is like a different character, so then there's drama there. It gets crazy.
yeah. People, we don't know how to separate the character from the real people because we be thinking we so used to seeing these characters, we call these actors by their real name, by their character.
Yeah, but I think that's the mark of a great actor. They played their role so well that you don't even see them as who they actually are. You believe that they're that character, and even still believe that character. I think that's a really good telltale sign. I actually I had a story once. I forgot where it was, but there was this actor, and he was doing a play. He was doing a play on stage, and he said that he was playing like a villain or something like that, and he was into his character so much, and I guess like it really affected someone from the audience. So some guy in the audience stood up and shot him. He actually shot him probably like once or
Mm,
twice, and
mm.
the actor, he survived. He survived, and then later, like in an interview, he said that was like the greatest compliment he ever received, was because that guy in the audience was influenced by his character so much that it actually brought the audience member to action. Now, maybe it was a evil action, and not correct, because you shouldn't shoot him. But he said it was a really good compliment, because that means he played his character so well. You know what I mean?
So they use gangs on, I mean, real guns?
Oh, no, 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 no! It was an audience member. He had brought a gun into
Oh,
the play, or
oh,
into
I'm
the
about to
theater, and
say.
shot the actor on stage. So that
Oh,
wasn't.
I'm like, they allowed to bring real guns?
No, no, that's crazy. That's how Bruce Lee died. They used a real gun on set. That's what my mom told me. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, or how it happened. But no, they use like in theater, they'll use like little prop guns with a little I'm blanking on it, but it's not. They're not real. They're not real guns.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah, people, like I say, people, they can be typecast and they be like, oh, I hate this car. I do not want to be, I want to move on to something else. And I
yeah,
can't get no part, I can't get I can't boot no audition or nothing. I can't boot no TV show or nothing or movie because they see me as my old girl.
yeah, and that's really hard. It's really hard to battle with, because especially like when another role, like you said, like when another role comes up, it'll be almost like the same type of role, and you got to decide whether or not you want to take it and feed into that typecast, or do you decline and try to find something else so you could prove that there's more things for you to do. And that's really tough. It's really tough. But that's like a decision you got to make. Where do you want your career to go? Where do you
Mm,
think it'll go? How do you think that'll affect your career, type of thing?
yeah. And the other thing, child stars, most of them have a hard time. And they just like get on drugs and all that because they can fulfill them, with what they was going to do. Like Mary Kay and Ashley, they had not necessarily been on drugs, but they feel like they did not enjoy the spotlight when they was young.
Mm. Yeah, it's scary. Like
Yeah,
fame is scary, and it can
yeah.
be, it could definitely ruin your life. Definitely, it will definitely change your life. Like I think you just you kind of got to be ready for it. But as a child, it's really hard because you don't get really privacy. Like you're a child and you're famous. You don't really get privacy anymore. The rest of your life is under
Mm,
a microscope. People are telling
yes.
you everything, and it's really scary. So I, you know, I'm almost grateful that I wasn't like famous child actor, or regardless if I get famous or not. I love acting. I want to do the work, but I'm always grateful because I don't even think I would have been able to handle it then. Even now, there's still things I gotta you know work on myself to be able to handle it. But that is it's very scary.
Yeah. And people with these reboots, sure, they rebooted Full House, the show that they was on.
Yeah,
And they were trying to get them to come back, and they say, we don't do that. We don't act no more. We
yeah,
focusing on our fashion business. And I'm like,
yeah. They got other lanes. Other lanes open
mhm.
up. Take it there. And I mean, and they don't have to. They do not have to take the show. They're already set. They got their own business they want to work on. Can't blame them.
Just people see they went through a hard time. A lot of people went through a hard time with the showbiz, especially with everything that's been coming out because we didn't know that all this stuff was going on in Hollywood. Where these agents and producers be what do you call it? They be trying to like have them do stuff, have them do sexual stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think well, as a child, that's definitely crazy and not acceptable. But then you
Mhm.
become an
Yeah,
adult.
it be a child on a predator on the set. Yeah, especially looking at these Nickelodeon shows.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The whole Nickelodeon scandal. Yeah, that was that's pretty crazy. You just kind of feel bad because I grew up watching all those shows. I was looking up to all of them. I used to can't wait for this show to come on. And
Mm,
you just never know what they're dealing with off screen.
that's a sad thing, man.
Yeah, you just kind of feel bad that you were like that. I feel bad that like I was oblivious, but like how would I have known? Like there was no way for me to know. And then even if I would have known, at like 10 years old, what could I have really done? Now, I can advocate and be a change, things like that. But 10 years old, there's not much I could do.
You got to, it's sad that they had to go with the program because they really the breadwinner for their family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the saddest part was, watching Family Matters. I just hate that they got rid of Janie Foxworthy, the one that played Judy, the youngest daughter. They ran her off the show after season 4, and after she got fired from the show, she had not been nothing else.
Yeah. And it just kind of sucks.
Yeah, this business is very tough. No matter what age.
Yeah. There's no real security.
Mm-mm.
Gotta just be. I mean, big thing about being an actor is what's next. What's next? What's next? What's next? Because you do a show. At some point, that show's gonna end. What's next? What's next? What's next? You gotta always be, hunting that next project because I had I did I did this short film called The Haunting of Euthalia, and this actor, her name was Shannon. She was telling me, she was like, "Yeah, this acting business is feast or famine." And I was like, "Yeah, you're very right." At some point you could have a whole bunch of opportunities. You don't know which one you're gonna do, or sometimes you're actually able to do each and every one of them, and you'll be feeling good. You'll be booked and busy, and you'll be feasting. And then another time, it'll just be dry. It won't be no auditions. You won't be in any shows. You'll just be, looking for work, and that's the famine. So you never know what season you're gonna be into if you're gonna be feasting or famine. So you gotta just keep trying to eat. Really, just kind of keep trying to eat, feasting and feasting.
Yeah, man, this is a very tough business to be
Yeah,
a part of.
Very tough. Very.
Hmm. They got to find the best person that fits for the part.
Hmm. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
tough, but I like it. I like that it's tough. So then
Then,
everybody can't be.
like the child stars, like if they like babies, they had them come on the show, but they would have twins though.
Hmm.
So that way they won't have them working all it because of the child law.
Yeah.
So they would have twins to play that part. So that way they won't be on the show every day.
I see. I see. Oh
On
yeah.
every episode, they could take turns to be on that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and by watching those old TV shows, I'm like, I didn't know that they was twins. Twins that playing that one character.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, guess I didn't know either. I mean, but how
Yeah.
would be? It's not like they tell us or anything. Kind of gotta just find out later.
But unless they older and all that,
Yeah.
but the budgets and all that, they ought to be cautious of the budget.
Hmm. Yeah. A whole lot goes into it.
Yeah, a whole lot definitely go into the show business thing. Because I would say that, I don't know, things is TV, it's going down. I can't be honest, it's definitely going down.
Hmm.
Because really, everybody don't watch TV like that.
Yeah. No. 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 Especially not like cable or anything. You gotta get on one of those streaming services like movies or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, because I like I'm saying that it's just not interesting. Now I find some couple of shows that's interesting, but the other shows I don't find, and the rest of the other shows from today, I don't find it very interesting. I find it very boring. It just like it be so dry, and they be trying so hard, and it be dry.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. TV ain't the same no more.
No, it really not. That's why I love the old show. I would watch the old shows, and I find enjoyable watching those old shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, and my goal is to create my own TV shows myself,
Yeah. That'll be cool.
a possibly black family friendly show.
Okay. Yeah. I like that idea. That'll be real
Yeah,
smooth.
yeah, and then also create my own Saturday Night Live show, sketch comedy show.
Yeah, some SNL. Yeah, that'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Because of me, man, I would love to play different characters. I don't want to just play that one character, but different characters.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the same way. I want to challenge myself.
Yeah.
If
So
I
you
can,
don't want to get bored. And boy,
yeah.
I know some of these actors, they do be getting bored, though. They be like, I'm going to leave this show
Hmm.
because I'm tired playing the same character every season.
Yeah, especially if they're in those long 3, 4, 5 season type shows and etc. Definitely gets boring. But that's like, I mean, there's some security there. Only if the season gets renewed or how many seasons renewed for. There's a little bit of security there, but at some point, even there, they'll get hit with the what's next. What's next? What's next? Now, some right now are making a lot of money where they don't even have to have a what's next if they really love it. My thing is I really love it, so I'm in that what's next.
Now Tyler Perry. Now I'm not gonna like Tyler Perry, but some of his shows they not good. I'm gonna be honest, they not good.
I agree. I agree. Me and my mom would sit down and she'd be like, "Oh, this new Tyler Perry show on or something." I'm like, "All right, let's watch it." And I would be tuned out just because it's just yeah, like you said, it's not good. It's like bad acting or something like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Why every time? I don't understand this. Every time when they talk and all, they always be a pause.
Yeah, I don't know. They want to. Probably want to do a little pause for dramatic effect or something like that. It's just not needed, you know. Not
Yeah.
not needed. We want to see good acting. We want to see you tell the story of your character. Just tell this story.
Yeah, man, Tyler Perry, you know, and his old stuff from back in the day, good.
But
But
yeah, yeah,
shoot,
yeah. I
this
love his
show
play.
he got you. So is it? Yeah, the boy sister. I saw pre after the BET Awards. I saw that. I saw it, and I'm like, I don't know about this show. It seemed dry.
Yeah, just how it goes sometimes. But that's all right. At least he's trying. He's giving some other actors opportunities and things like that. But man, maybe it might be me and you, our turn because
Oh,
sometimes the
trust
bad
me,
actors.
my shit, we gonna do good. We gonna continue. You know, my people, I want to show them in a positive light. I don't want them to be selling drugs and be somebody's baby mama and cussing and carrying on because
Yeah.
shit, we gonna be like the Cosby Show. We may not be perfect and all that, but we gonna show positivity,
Yeah, I like
a
that.
positive image of black people because I just feel like it's a sad thing that every black show you see always had to be a negativity going.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And yeah, people who watch us and they're like, "Oh man, you see black people
Yeah,
doing this,"
yeah,
and
we
it just doesn't help.
struggling and all that, struggling to pay the bills, and then we had to sell drugs and stuff, and then his baby mom, you know, my baby daddy, he's no good and all that. He had to pay child. He don't play child support.
Yeah, all that. Then and then you see them now they killing more black people, black on black crime. I'm like, man, we
Yeah, it's just a stereotype, and that's not the image that I want to portray on my content. You know, I don't want to portray that on my shows and movies.
yeah,
It has to be positive, you know, because it's still because people don't know it's some black people out there living a positive lifestyle. We all are not the same. And
yeah,
that's why I just don't like, you know, the mindset, you know, goes on that we can't do nothing because of the color of our skin, you
yeah,
know. We
exactly.
can make things happen, you know.
Yeah, and that's why we got to be one of the ones to break it. We got to break the
Mhm.
stereotype. We got to no other option really. And nobody else doing it, or if they are, that it hasn't reached a big scale or it's doing it right. I don't know. But it's got to be
Yeah.
up. That's what I think.
So, okay, black movies, you know, it's so many good black movies from back in the day. Hey, you watched this movie with Whitney Houston and she, Basher in it, Waiting to Exhale.
What's it called?
Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to exhale? No, I haven't seen that.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, maybe I should put it on my list. Waiting to
Yeah,
exhale.
you know, and Whitney Houston, she was a good actress.
Really good, really good. I watched her in, well, obviously The Bodyguard, her documentary,
Yeah.
but then Cinderella, the with Brandy,
Oh yeah,
Whoopi
Brandy, the
Goldberg.
first black Cinderella. Love
hmm
Brandy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, by the way, you know Brandy, her and Monica is going on tour in October.
Well,
The boy, huh?
what's she going on tour in?
Her and I don't know if you heard of the other singer, Monica.
Maybe if I saw her, but they going
They
on.
gon' it's the boy is mine. The boy is mine's tour.
Oh, okay, all right. You gonna go to the concert?
Yeah, she coming to my city in December.
Okay.
The week before my birthday, I'm definitely going. That's the only concert. I may be a Christian, but that's the only concert that I will be going to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll be cool. That'll be cool, and a good birthday gift for you.
Because, you know, I love me some Monica and Brandy. Love to go see them perform live.
That'd be nice.
Been watching Brandy since I was a little boy,
Yeah.
from Moesha and other things.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, but yeah, that movie Cinderella and all them, I mean, good movies, good black movies, you know.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg, such a good actress.
Yeah. Really good. Have you seen A Wrinkle in Time?
Huh?
A Wrinkle in Time.
No, uh-uh.
She's in that one too. It's really good. It was a book first. And there was a movie before, but the newest movie, which was probably like 7 8 years old, but she was in that. Just really good, really good.
Mhm. And of course, you seen Boys in the Hood and all that. I don't know. I just cannot. I mean, to be honest, the movie was sad, so I really don't watch it like that.
Yeah, I just watch it for the culture, the cultural influence. Where I mean, it's just a classic black movie. My mom probably turned it on a bunch of times, or I'm over at my grandma's house. Me and my cousins want to watch a movie and turn on some Boys in the Hood, Minister Society, Paid in Full, stuff like that. Just turn on some
Yeah,
class.
what's that other movie? Is that I forgot that name of that movie. It was a fraternity sorority movie. Drag school. We called drag school or something.
I don't remember. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
But yeah, Bernie Sanders. Have you saw that movie Bernie Sanders?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that movie was on Netflix. That's a Netflix movie.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen that one, but I put that on my list. Waiting to Exhale. I'm watching that one. You just put that one on my list.
Yeah, and you watch Love and Basketball?
Oh yeah, a few times. Well, I'm a basketball player, so I've definitely
Oh,
watched.
so you play basketball?
Yeah, yeah. I played. So I played all through. I guess my whole life, but then I played through school growing up. I played like a year of AAU, but I still hoop almost every day to this day.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's my favorite sport. I fell in love with that. That I fell in love with basketball for sure.
So you must have seen, the NBA finals.
Yes, I did see that. Unfortunately, I wanted the Pacers to win, but Halliburton got hurt like in the first quarter. It was sad. It was sad.
Bro, they were saying that the NBA finals ratings went down.
Yeah, just because it's new. It's two new teams, so everybody is probably not anybody else's teams and stuff or teams that you thought would make it. Um, so yeah, I can see how ratings would down. 'Cause I didn't even watch every game. I watched like a couple games and then I watched game set. But in the finals, it was just kind of boring a little bit until game set, like till game like 6 and 7 when they started really trading. But yeah, it was still sad because the Indiana Pacers, their point guard Tyrese Halliburton, he's from Wisconsin, so we were rooting for him. He doesn't play for Milwaukee, but he's from Wisconsin, so I was rooting for him. But he got injured, and then they lost. So maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Bro, the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks was they in the NBA finals last year. I
Yeah,
believe they was, yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
they lost big time. I was so mad.
you like the Mavericks?
Yeah, because I stay in Dallas and Fort Worth.
Dallas, yeah, yeah. So Kyrie, that's my favorite player. So I wanted the Mavs to win last year, but they were playing the Celtics, and it wasn't.
At least they begin, the Rangers guy, if you watch baseball sometime.
Not anymore. It's been a few years now. Baseball.
The Texas Rangers was in the World Series.
Okay, all right.
That was back in 2023, though. I'm like, man, if only the Cowboys would get into the Super Bowl. Come on.
Yeah. See, I'm not a football fan. I'm just more like really just strictly basketball. That's all I watch. That's all I play. But I will watch the Super Bowl. I don't know if I'll tune into the World Series. It's got to be like I got to be somewhere and it's on, and then I'll watch it. I would
Yeah,
never
I'm not
do it.
that into the World Series. The only time I was into it was when the Rangers was in there.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I bet you were excited.
So yeah, but the Cowboys need to do better though.
Yeah.
We hope they go. If they go in the Super Bowl, it will definitely be a celebration. But they be almost there, but all of a sudden they get to the playoffs, they get kicked out of the playoffs.
Well, maybe this year might be their year. You never know.
Yeah. But yeah, man, here we is talking about sports on acting
Oh
episode.
yeah, we got off on a whole nother tangent.
So everybody tell me that Denzel Washington is their biggest inspiration because he can really act.
Mm-hmm. I agree. He can really act. I mean, and I watch like a bunch of I watch a bunch of Denzel movies, and then I really want to get a chance to see because he was just on Broadway this year. He was doing Othello with Jake Gyllenhaal, and I just know that I just wouldn't be able to afford it because the tickets were probably just out of the roof to see Denzel and Jake Gyllenhaal because they're both Hollywood actors. But they started it in the stage, and I like Denzel because he really drives home the point of theater. You know, every time you see an interview or something, he asks, "How do you get good?" or blah blah blah, or things like that. He'd be like, "Theater, theater, theater. Get on the stage, learn on the stage, on the stage, on the stage." And I've kind of taken that to heart, and that's kind of why I set my path on theater and on the stage. It's because if one of arguably, I mean, not it really isn't arguably, I don't think, but arguably, one of the best actors of our generation, or the best actor, well, that's out right now is telling us he got really good from being in the stage, being in theater. You know, why would we not take that to heart? Why would we not take it to heart? Why wouldn't we try? So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying. But yeah, with a very very big inspiration. And then you watch interviews of people who acted alongside Denzel, and they're like, oh, man, he's unbelievable from the first day of rehearsal. He's just
You heard of Griffin Davis? Griffin Davis.
no, I've not.
Oh man, everybody, I forgot his generation. He currently act on the new soap opera Beyond the Gates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really into soap opera, so I wouldn't have seen it.
So
But
yeah, he yeah, it's a new black soap opera now. And it films in Atlanta and it's so good. Definitely good.
mhm.
And I definitely would love to do a guest star spot on that.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Think you can
And
do it.
then General Hospital, man, that would definitely be. But yeah, Christmas Devin's been in the game for a long time, you know. He used to be on this show, Amen. I don't know if you heard of it, the old TV show, Amen. Then that's my mom. So yeah, he been around. He's such a good actor. Well, Will Smith, what do you think? Do you think Will Smith is a good?
I think he's great. I think Will Smith is really great because of his range. We've seen him play a lot of different characters, and
Mhm.
it's very, very believable. I think it's really marks of great actors is you know making the character. Because I think what makes Denzel great is he makes the characters his own. It's like wow, nobody could have played that character like Denzel played. He made it his own. But I think Will Smith, he has just like I think he has a broader range, a bigger range, and he like, they both at some point you'll get into it and you'll only believe they're the character. When they first come on screen, you'll be like, oh, that's Denzel, or oh, there go Will Smith, things like that. But then by the end of the movie, you're like, I forgot that was Will Smith. I forgot that was Denzel because they tell the story very very well. Will Smith, even because I watch him, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, watch him growing up. He taught me how to handle certain situations and things like that. How to be smooth with the girls, everything. But then you see him like in Hancock or an I Am Legend, or even an Emancipation Proclamation, or I think it's just Emancipation. But just or Men in Black. But you see doing all these roles and stepping into those characters very, very well, and just different ranges. I really think he's also one of the greats. So that's why I was saying arguably with Denzel, because I got Will Smith up there as well. Just
Yeah,
really
Will
great.
Smith. And then who else? And have you seen that TV show A Different World?
A Different World.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Different World is a classic one. Black student that's in the
Oh, okay.
HBCU college. And I know, have you heard the Cosby Show?
Oh, okay.
Have you heard the
Yeah,
Cosby
yeah,
Show?
yeah.
That's a spin-off of the
Mm-hmm.
Cosby Show. So yeah, those
Oh,
are
okay. All
good
right. I think I did.
actors. Yeah, the one that played Whitney, Jasmine Guy, she won the best actress too. Yeah, and
I
of
bet.
course
I'm about to tune in.
Carissa.
You would.
Yeah, Carissa Summers, she played Freddie off of Different Where she this free spirit girl. She a good actor, and she also a voice actress too. She voiced a whole lot of characters from Rugrats, Susie, and the Pride Family. That lady been working. She
Oh, okay.
good at
Oh, yeah.
her voice. She had that voice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's good.
Because some of these actors, they prefer to also do voice acting because that's more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does sound pretty fun. I would want to do like probably one or two, just like animated shows or something. I feel like that would be really cool.
Yeah, I
I mean,
would
I
do
could
the
try
same
it.
thing. Huh? Yeah, man, take that leap of faith. Trust in God. Put Him
Mhm.
first. That's
Yeah,
what we
God
do
first.
is
God
put
first.
God first. Cause one character, the one actress, she saying that she let the Holy Ghost speak to her when she get ready to play that character off the soap. Because she had
Yeah.
to cry, she had to cry, she had to pretend to cry, but she actually cried for real. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's doing it for
Yeah.
real. I don't know how I would sit there and do that now. If
Power
something
of
got
God.
going on, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause people, like I say, people will get you mixed up. If somebody play a serial killer, they be thinking you a serial killer in real life.
Yeah. Exactly. They don't know how to separate it.
They just don't want to say that you playing a teenage boy, a teenage girl, and they be thinking that you still because you don't act your age.
Yeah.
You're not your age, but you that character age.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I would definitely put it like that, though. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you for taking out the time to come this episode.
Oh man. Well, thank you. I appreciate you even reaching out. Appreciate you finding me, and then appreciate you having me as well.
Yeah, because you follow me on Instagram. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, yeah. I just, every time I see like an actor, especially a black actor or any, black man of God, anything like that, always drop the follow because that is the type of content that I want to see on my feed. I want to see people on the same path as me, whether that's, acting or whether that's chasing a dream, whether it's getting a better relationship with God. I always want to see that. So,
Yeah, that is very important. I'm a big advocate for that. I
mhm.
love to see young people go after their relationship with God.
Yeah, yeah, that's my thing. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build. I got me a church home. I volunteer at the church, and I'm just building my relationship with God. You know, one step at a time.
Oh, good, bro. I see you probably be in no church plays.
Well, if they had some, because we got like a big church, and they're thinking about making a couple plays, something like that. So, if the opportunity arises, then yeah,
Yeah, man, I definitely would love to do church plays too. I need to create. I'm gonna create my own. Actually, I'm gonna start really up next year. By next year, though,
yeah,
next year I'm gonna have it together. That's why now I'm in the development stage. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna write it up. Then I'm gonna cast people, especially the TV show. I'm gonna be doing that. I'm actually gonna be writing a two TV show, my own show, and then the show that I create, the
Yeah.
sitcom that I'm creating, the sketch company for myself, which gonna be called the Shawn Smith Show. And I'm also gonna be creating a talk show though. It's gonna be a panelist talk show where I will be the what they call them oh man I forgot. But yeah, I'm gonna be the person that's gonna lead it and gonna ask questions, then I get the answer from the rest of the panelists.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see all the projects you got. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, I had to just have that leap of faith and don't give up because this is what the enemy want me to do. He want me to get up on this
Hmm.
platform.
Yeah, but we
He
can't
want,
do that.
yes, cannot let him win. I
Mm.
can't. So,
And the battle's already decided. God
yeah,
already.
yeah. But anyway, man, what can they find you on social media?
So you can find me on Instagram at I'm Jabril. So IM_JABRIL. I be on there. I always post, shows or things I'm doing. I like to post inspirational things on my story. Talk about God on my story, or just
Okay.
other things that I learned. I always live by the thing of by the mantra that as I learn, I teach. So anything I learn, I try to teach to somebody or put somebody else on game, just so it doesn't just stick with me. The knowledge doesn't just stay with me. I don't want to gatekeep it. So try to give it out as well.
Yeah, man. So, do you got any plays coming up?
So I'm right now. I'm in a Shakespeare show. We're doing A Midsummer's Night's Dream, and I'm playing Lysander. So it's like two couples. It's like two different couples, and then I'm in one of the couples. It's like a big like love like triangle almost.
What?
It's yeah.
Bro, so
Crazy.
you in the love, so basically, she dating y'all both?
It's like so there's four of us, and like one's getting so me and my girlfriend, kind of just for the sake of it making sense. Me and my girlfriend are trying to get married, but we're like 17, we're like 16, 17, so her dad won't let us. But she can get married at 17. She has to. Her dad has to pick who it is, and she picks this other guy, and
Mm-hmm.
the other guy wants to marry her, but she doesn't like him, but her friend, so the fourth girl, so the fourth person, she likes the guy that is supposed to get married to my girlfriend. So we go through this whole little thing, this whole little triangle, and then like, there's like it's crazy. There's like fairies, and we get like love potions squirt in our eyes. So then we fall in love with the girl that we both hated. And then it's just like a big cycle.
Yeah, so it's basically like the girl is mine.
Yeah. It's Shakespeare, so it's sometimes it's harder to explain, but if you see it, it would make a little bit more sense. And then it's that old English language because this is my first Shakespeare, so it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge for
Mm.
sure. And
I know.
they're going and so and I'm jumping in like 2 weeks into it because their lead actor dropped out. So the one who was playing my role, he dropped out around 2 weeks from the show, and so they were
Mm.
looking for someone. And another friend of mine who I did a show with before, he referred me to it, and I was like, you know what? Even though it's very short notice and 2 weeks until we open, I'll give it a whirl. I'll give it a whirl because, like I said, I want to see if I can do it, if I can get better, if I can improve, and if I can do this, then I don't think there's anything I can't do. If I can pull together a full performance in 2 weeks, I don't think there's anything I can't do. We're 1 week in. We open on Friday, and I'm already memorized. So we had rehearsal yesterday, and I was off book. So that was a really big accomplishment because it's Shakespeare as well. Like, so it's not just memorizing and kind of getting through it, but you're almost learning a new language.
Yeah, amen, amen, brother.
Man,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, man. Y'all check him out on social media.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if you in what city you stay in?
So I live in Wisconsin. So Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Yeah, if y'all in that area, y'all check out his play.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. There'll be more to come as well.
Yeah, I wish he was coming in DFW.
Yeah, well, we'll work together. We'll work together. Maybe not now, but soon though.
You talking about them working together with them?
Well, them and you too. You know, me and you, we
Yeah,
are
we would
work together.
definitely. Who knows? It will be next year we work together. Who knows though?
Who knows? Could be soon.
I hit you up to be on one of my projects as a guest.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I'll be ready.
Yeah, man, it's definitely nice to like connect with other people that going after the same thing as you.
Exactly. Yeah, like-minded individuals.
Yeah. This is something I was like, man, at first I wanted to not do the acting thing. I was like, no, it's not for me. I'm like, you know what, I get try. Now I'm trying out the singing thing. I'm gonna give it a try. If it's not for me, then so be it. But at least the
Yeah.
acting thing I can hang on to, and then the producing, hosting I can hang on to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give it a shot. Like you told
And
me, take
guess what,
it.
bro? Guess what? Other thing is I'm gonna be doing stand up too.
Hand up. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All
So
right.
I got a lot of things on my bucket, real on
Well,
my
good. Well, good. And I
plate.
hope you do them all. And you already know, God willing, You can
Yeah.
be great.
Yes, man. Yeah, pray for me to just continue to have that faith and not be so discouraged and want to give up.
Hmm.
So yeah, bro.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
But I believe in you. And if
yeah,
nobody, I'm at least rooting for you.
yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Be sure to catch new episodes every Wednesday and Friday on YouTube and Apple Podcasts and Spotify and iHeartRadio. And follow the Real Talk with Shawn Smith on Instagram, of
Mhm.
course. And subscribe to Real Talk with Shawn Smith's YouTube channel, of course. That being said, y'all take care and see y'all next time on the next episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Peace, and y'all come back now.
All right. See y'all later.